Imagine a night 10 years ago, shattered by screams and a haunting, painted smile. Officer Pat Trower, responding to a 911 call, finds himself in a nightmare. His partner, Eric, is gravely wounded by a man in a clown costume. A young woman named Megan is trapped and severely hurt inside the house. The clown, with a chilling smile, has murdered Megan's boyfriend. This traumatic incident leaves an indelible mark on Pat, one that dictates his every Summerween since. Welcome back, cinematic explorers, to a deep dive into the chilling depths of Clown House. Today, we're unraveling every twisted detail and explaining the shocking ending of this unsettling horror film. Our story truly begins a decade after that fateful night, as Pat's daughter, Michaela, plans her own Summerween celebration. Michaela and her friends, Aiden and Sid, are excited for a big party, despite their initial venue falling through. They're gathering decorations, aiming for the party of the year. After their initial spot falls through, Aiden, ever the instigator, suggests the abandoned clown house. Despite Michaela's initial hesitation, Aiden convinces her and the others that its creepy, abandoned nature makes it ideal. Michaela agrees, but must go home to talk to her dad before he leaves for his patrol. At home, Pat wants Michaela to stay in, watch movies, and avoid parties. He explains his apprehension about Summerween, revealing the tragic details of the decade-old clown attack. Pat shares his guilt, believing he froze and could have saved Megan and Eric from severe injury. He pleads with Michaela to stay home, a promise she reluctantly makes. Meanwhile, her friends are already setting up at the clown house, completely unaware of its dark history. They marvel at the already existing creepy clown decor, convinced it's perfect for their Summerween theme. One friend, Dylan, even arrives in a clown costume, carrying a prop stage knife, referencing the opera Pagliacci. His casual jokes about stabbing and an expensive blood prop foreshadow the coming horror. At Mendota Mental Health Institute, Lindsay Raymer, Sydney's mother, prepares to leave work. She briefly chats about her daughter and Michaela, revealing details about their plans and Pat Trower. In the institute, the infamous Lincoln Bailey, alias the Clown, is given his medication. He appears docile, but his calculated refusal of a drink hints at his sinister plans. Later, Michaela is at home, texting her boyfriend Noah, who is at the clown house party. Noah tries to convince her to come, subtly referencing things he wants to talk about, luring her there. Michaela, despite her promise to her dad, agrees to go for a short time. Officer Pat Trower and Eric, reunited for a patrol, prepare for a busy Summerween. They acknowledge the lingering pain of the past incident, both still haunted by it. Eric tries to reassure Pat, believing they can handle anything this night throws at them. Michaela arrives at the party, dressed simply to change quickly before her dad returns. She joins the festivities, unaware that the clown has already escaped Mendota. Dispatch alerts Pat and Eric about Lincoln Bailey's escape, warning he is armed and dangerous. Pat, driven by a decade of unresolved trauma, immediately decides to pursue the clown. They hypothesize the clown will head to his old residence, the very clown house where Michaela is partying. They soon discover Lindsay Raymer's abandoned car, with signs of a struggle and a chilling smiley face drawn in blood. Pat realizes the clown overheard Lindsay talking about Sydney and their hometown, then ambushed her. A note is found, to Officer Trower. It's been 10 years. Time for some fun. Same place, midnight. Family only, ending with a smiley face. Realizing the terrifying truth, Pat calls Michaela while Eric ropes off the scene. At the party, Michaela receives a call from her worried dad, who tells her to go to a friend's house for safety. He doesn't reveal the full danger, but his unusual concern unsettles Michaela. She confides in Noah, suggesting they leave, but he dismisses her fears, thinking she's overreacting. Noah insists the house is safe because they are with friends, persuading her to stay. Later, Dylan, in his clown costume, bumps into Noah, spilling his drink and cutting him with the prop knife. Noah goes to clean up, while Dylan casually refers to him as a creep. Michaela realizes Noah has been gone too long after his encounter with the clown-dressed figure. She searches for him, and her friends admit they don't know who the creepy clown guy is. Michaela grows increasingly worried when Noah doesn't answer his phone. Pat, unable to reach Michaela, has Eric call Lindsay Raymer's number, which he just got from dispatch. Receiving no answer, Pat and Eric realize the urgency and race towards the clown house. Back at the party, Michaela confronts Aiden, who tries to dismiss her growing anxieties. They discover a bucket of fake blood spilled, which Aiden attributes to Noah, unaware of its true, gruesome origin. Searching for Noah and Sydney, Michaela and Aiden check upstairs bedrooms, making light of the situation. Instead, they find a gruesome scene, Noah and Sydney's dead bodies, with the clown waiting. The clown attacks them, Michaela screams, alerting her dad who is trying to call her. Pat finally connects with Michaela, urgently warning her about the clown and telling her to get everyone out. Michaela attempts to evacuate the party, but the guests are too drunk or dismissive to believe her. The clown, cunningly, uses a voice changer to mimic a police announcement, scattering the partygoers. Aiden, terrified of losing his scholarship, drags Michaela into hiding, prioritizing his future over immediate danger. Michaela desperately tries to explain the real threat to Aiden, but he's too focused on avoiding the cops. Pat and Eric arrive at the clown house, entering cautiously, hearing screams and commotion. Pat recounts his guilt about the past, while Eric reminds him he did everything right. Pat admits that the trauma makes him think dark thoughts, blurring lines. Eric tries to ground him, reminding him of the system, but Pat's obsession is clear. Eric confronts the clown at the front door, believing he can hold him off while Pat searches for Michaela. The clown, however, proves to be far more dangerous, quickly overpowering and killing Eric. Pat hears Eric struggle and his frantic calls for Michaela, intensifying his search. Michaela, having escaped the clown's initial attack, runs through the house, calling for Aiden. She finds Aiden, now bound and gagged, trapped in a room full of chickens, a cruel game orchestrated by the clown. A note reveals, the key to making the big show is to not make a peep or a cheap. Look within or the cost will be steep. Don't forget to smile. They realize the key is hidden inside one of the rubber chickens, and they must retrieve it silently. After freeing Aiden, they find an exit, but it's locked with another taunting message, "You can't leave yet. Party's only getting started." Pat, finding Eric's body, realizes the gravity of the situation and tells Aiden to run and get help. Aiden, consumed by guilt, refuses to leave without Michaela, insisting they search upstairs together. They argue, Aiden blaming Michaela's dad for making Summerween miserable, but then quickly apologizing. They find a final door, leading to a basement, believing Michaela must be down there. In the basement, they find Michaela tied up, and Pat bursts in, weapon drawn. The clown, however, is already there, leading to a brutal struggle. Pat saves Michaela, but in the ensuing chaos, he is gravely wounded by the clown. Michaela watches in horror as the clown torments Pat, telling him to smile. The clown intends to tie Pat to a burning ring, a gruesome finale. Michaela bravely tries to reason with the clown, offering him a chance to escape. Pat, with his last ounce of strength, attacks the clown, seemingly killing him. Michaela runs to her father, who assures her it's over, but he collapses from his injuries. He dies, leaving Michaela alone in the burning house, forced to call for help. Now, let's talk about that chilling ending and the hidden details that make Clown House truly disturbing. Michaela gives her statement, hailed as a hero for stopping that Summerween slasher. She and her mom reconcile, with her mother acknowledging her need to live her own life. However, the final scene reveals a terrifying twist. 7 bodies are recovered from the house: Pat, Eric, Dylan, Hannah, Noah, Sydney, and Aiden. The crucial detail, the clown's body is not among them. This ambiguous ending strongly suggests that the man Pat killed was not the real clown, or worse, Pat himself was the clown all along. The film hints at Pat's fractured psyche, particularly his fixation on the past trauma. His admission that the incident made him think killing somebody is a good idea is a chilling red flag. The clown's repeated phrase, "Don't forget to smile," and Pat's own strange smile just before his death, link him directly to the villain. It implies Pat, consumed by guilt and trauma, may have manifested or become the very monster he hunted, blurring the lines of hero and villain. The clown house isn't just an abandoned building, it's a symbol of Pat's deteriorating mind, a place where his past finally consumed him. Michaela's escape is bittersweet, she's a survivor, but the truth of her father's fate is far more complex and tragic than she knows. The real clown, whether a physical entity or a psychological one, is still out there, ready to haunt another Summerween. That's our deep dive into Clown House. If you enjoyed this recap and explanation, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more horror movie breakdowns. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the ending and if you caught any other hidden details. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.